KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz, top news radio talk radio producer in all of Texas, who, by the way, will be the one who listens to and would prepare for broadcast if necessary, and would be reading some of the comments that you said. I need to say this more often. We got a WhatsApp line for 710 KURV. If it's the daily People Poll question, some of the topics you heard on the morning news radio program, whatever it is, you have something to say, get it off your chest. Don't internalize that. That's bad for your health. Get all that stuff, especially if it's stressing you out. 710 KURV WhatsApp line. Of course, you need to have a WhatsApp app on your phone. That way you can type out a message or record it. Usually better if you record it, right? Recorded, video record, send the audio recording. 710 KURV WhatsApp. Send us your comments, questions, 956-862-2482. 862-2482. I've got a conversation I want to share with you with our friend Libby Saenz. Libby. He's over at the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank. And you know that Empty Bowl campaign? That's an awesome campaign. I love that Empty Bowl campaign where you actually get to color some of these bowls. Yeah, that's coming up. You got the first one coming up here this weekend. She'll give you information on that. Meantime, before I go to Libby, I want to mention this real quick. For our Dallas Cowboy family, I know that for the longest time you've been asking, hoping that perhaps Jerry Jones will sell the team. He's never going to sell the team. You know, you're going to need the Lord himself to remove Jerry in order to get new ownership at Dallas. Because if you could trade him, I'm sure you would have traded him already. The biggest problem of the Dallas Cowboys is the owner, Jerry Jones. That's the problem. But, hey, some good news for Jerry Jones and his family. Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones has beat cancer. See, this is where that's the only solution is for the Lord to say, okay, Jerry, time to punch out. That's it. And then you got new ownership. Who would take over? What, like his wife? Or his Movida? Does he have children? Does he have offspring? He has a son? Is he part of the operations? He is? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll trust you on that because not that you're a big Dallas Cowboy fan, that's just basic. I would imagine that's basic knowledge.
It's Stephen Jones, so he's pretty much the guy kind of running the organization.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's for me. That'd be completely useless information, but I'm glad you clarified that. So yeah, so it'd be another Jones that takes over. Yeah. Good luck with that. Meantime, Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones beat cancer. Dallas Morning News for the full write-up. He'd been fighting stage 4 skin cancer. Oh, my goodness. He's that far advanced? He's been fighting that for a decade, and now he's throwing up his hands in victory. So he beat skin cancer. That is pretty amazing. The time is 10:10. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Made possible this hour by South Texas Buick GMC. We want to say thank you as well to Lone Star National Bank. Appreciate y'all joining us on 710 KURV X and YouTube and Facebook, all those different platforms. And we're bringing in family. Libby Saenz, CEO of the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank Status Report. Last time I spoke with you, Libby, you had some empty shelves, empty spaces out there. And off air, you were telling me a fascinating statistic, though. Despite missing that, the numbers over here seem to be pretty good. So tell me all about that. What's going on at the food bank?
Well, we're still down quite a bit of dry goods. We could use about another 40 loads right now. But, we're just being patient.
What is a load, by the way, for you?
A load to us is about, 21,000 pounds of product, about 21 pallets of product.
Uh-huh.
But we think that, it's a whole load. It doesn't go very far. As soon as that truck, you got 21,000 pounds of food coming in, but I got 1 million going out every day. Wow. So it's, there's not enough to keep it here, stock it. Mm-hmm. And, but you know what, God is good all the time. We've been running our numbers and, even though we were down on dry goods, poundage, but we still ended up giving out more food this year. Okay, 42 million pounds of food this year versus last year, which was like 38 million pounds. So, and this year, our produce, we were able to give a lot of produce out this year, which is really good. And, because everyone loves, fresh product. And in our retail,
so you got more of that.
We got more of that.
Okay, you know what it is, Libby? It's the water heavy product. Probably you probably got more melons and watermelons and zucchinis that are probably heavier. Maybe that's why the poundage.
No, because we the amount of watermelon loads were the same. But we're working a lot with HEB and with Walmart, a lot of retail pickups. So that is a lot. That's helped us a lot.
All right, Libby Saenz is the CEO for the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank. At present, do you have some programs up and running? And school's back. You can probably get some more cans. Things like that. What do you have going on?
Like I said, I know that come September, our loads are gonna they're gonna go back up because it's a new season. So so we got a lot of product coming in. We should have a good winter. No one's gonna go hungry. Not if you're coming to the food bank. We're always gonna have something. We're always gonna provide you with something. But our shelves are still, they're low. We can still use help. We still need food drives going on. We've had a lot of organizations and companies come through with those food drives, and some that we don't even know about, and they coming in and dropping off that product, and that makes a huge difference.
What are you short of right now, Libby? Protein in cans, dry rice and beans.
Rice and beans. Okay. I am low.
Really?
That's a staple for our culture. So I'm low on rice and beans right now. I do have I wouldn't say cereal, but no, I just got a loaded cereal that just came in. So, but most important to us is rice and beans.
Yeah. The Dave Ramsey diet. You know what I'm talking about?
No, not even Dave Ramsey. Well, because he didn't eat carbs.
Yeah, but Dave, by the way, for folks who don't know, Dave Ramsey, financial consultant, in his books, he always tells people, pay cash, don't pay in credit, don't go out and eat rice and beans, pay off your debt. He's known for that. That's
right.
Yeah, Libby Saenz, CEO at the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank. You said the numbers increase in September annually. That's because of the Christmas season. People are more generous. It's before.
We were at 88,000 individuals served every week last year. And this year, our calendar year starts July 1st and runs all the way through June 30th. Our numbers actually went up to 93,000 individuals per week. So we have more people coming in through our doors, and we were able to give out more food. It's terrible that we have that need continues to grow, but we know hunger is always going to be here. There's always going to be food insecurity. For every we take two steps forward, and then we'll take one step back. So it's always just trying to keep up. And the cost of living. Look at the cost of living. What's going on?
Yeah, it is more expensive now compared to a few years back. Absolutely. I'm going to say this to you, Libby. I'm not being contentious, but I know what's going through the mind of some individuals. También gordos. Everybody's so fat around here. También llenos. Everybody's, seems like they could eat some more salads. You know what I mean? Like, what do you say to? Because it is hard to see the food insecurity. Do you understand? If you,
exactly. And I'm going to say, yes, in our area, we are, higher in diabetes and high blood pressure, and at the same time, a lot of people in our area do not have insurance. I don't have the means to go to see the doctor. And we do have healthy education, healthy living education, where we're able to give somebody the education, the knowledge on how to eat things properly, how to eat, better. A lot of the foods that we're getting in at the food bank are, low sodium, low sugar. And, we're giving out a lot of produce. Out of that 41 million pounds of product, 20,000 of that was produce. So as a food bank, I feel that we are aiming for a healthier way of eating, but at the same time, we don't want to, it's hard to restrict ourselves, because the less you, what's the word? The more you restrict yourself, the more you want something, right? So, and everything should just be in balance.
I wanted to ask you where, are there other organizations, folks who produce the food, manufacture, put it in boxes, cereal, meats that are in cans, things like that. I'm asking you if Christian ministries or independent other nonprofits are trying to fill the gap and maybe how things are funded differently. I'm familiar with one in particular that will bring down big trucks and distribute with many churches a cereal product and like frozen turkeys or chickens and things like, and that happens on a regular basis. It's fun to somehow. Do you work with them, or are they helping to meet any gap?
Well, I'm not too sure which organization you're
I'll
referring
tell you
to.
off air. You know what? I'll
Okay,
text
fine.
you. I'll text you.
But
off air.
the food bank itself, we partner with 275 other partner organizations here in the Valley, and sometimes they will get calls from other companies or organizations that they have a truckload of let's say chicken, and they don't have the capacity for it, and we'll go pick it up, or we'll have a driver, come over here and we'll offload it here. So I think that our food banks, our food pantries, and our food programs work very closely with the food bank because it's, we know that is a benefit for all.
Libby Saenz, CEO of the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank. The reason I touched base with you was the empty bowl. I love the empty bowls program. And you make your little bowls, and you go out there and sell them during a special fundraiser. So tell me about that. I guess you're starting up the next season for empty bowls.
Yes, we are. We're starting up. We have our kickoff paint party going on this Saturday. I want to show you some of the bowls that we have, that have been painted right by our community. It's not by any artist, or we have from kids as little as 3 years old painting bowls, and seniors. And so this weekend, Saturday, at the Radisson Hotel here in McAllen, the McAllen Airport 1, we will have a paint bowl party. It's going to run from 11 to 2. And the Radisson, Omar and Norma Guevara are so good to us. They will provide food. We'll have hot dogs. We'll have snacks, things like that. So it's an entertainment, and it's going to be a blast. So
good family activity.
Come out and come and have some fun.
All right.
It's clean, wholesome fun. It's only $10, and you can paint as many bowls as you want. And then all these bowls, once they're done, and we have them fired up at UTRGV and STC, we display these at our Empty Bowls event that's going to be happening in October. The date right now is still pending. It's around the 20th, 1st, 22nd. We'll come back to you with an app, for sure date, but it will be in October. And then all these bowls are displayed at that event, and you're able to pick the bowl that you like. And then we ask you to display this in a way that when someone comes into your home or into your office, they're asking, hey, what a cute bowl. Where'd you get that from? And you, as a Hunger Hero, you're going to be able to explain to them, why you participate in this event. And it brings so much more awareness to the food insecurity we have in the Valley.
That kiln over at UTRGV, at their arts department, the ones that produces all the art and pottery and things. How many do you know how many it can churn out in a day? Because the bowls are standard, like cereal size bowls.
Right. Correct.
How many do you get? You're able to cook?
I do not know, said him.
Yeah. I find that fascinating. And
but I know that Philip Farias, my manager for corporate events, that they're always dropping off the bowls. So but I couldn't. I don't want to tell you. I do not. To be honest, I do not know.
Big thank you to the gang at UTRGV for years and years. They've provided the kiln to cook, to bake these bowls after all the art is done. Okay, so this coming Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Radisson. They're next to the airport in McAllen, 11 to 2. $10 per person. Sit down, paint as many bowls as possible. Those bowls will be part of the Empty Bowls big fundraiser, where you bring in like vendors and.
Correct. We'll have about 40. We already have 40 restaurants confirmed that will be coming in, and but everyone's if there's restaurants out there, I'm going to say still call up, still see if you can get in, because sometimes someone will commit. A restaurant will commit, but then something happens, they're not able to come in. So we always want to make sure we have enough.
When is that, by the way, Libby, and where?
It's going to be actually at the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh.
Okay.
And right here, right down the street, right here in Edinburgh. Big event, one that says Vipers on the outside, Bert Ogden Arena. It's a beautiful, nice place that the city of Edinburgh, basically contributes to the food bank. So we are able to have this event there. Mm-hmm. And again, we're so thankful to the city as well for allowing us to do that. And of course, Bert Ogden.
When is it the big event where you feature all the restaurants and all the bowls the empty
bowls? We're looking at possibly October 21st or October 22nd.
Do you still need to pin down that date? You're still working?
Pin down that date. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So just come back to our Facebook page at foodbankrgv.com, and so you can find out that exact date that we're going to have it.
And for the big Empty Bowls fundraiser for the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank will be taking place at Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh. That we know for sure. The date will be sometime mid to late October. Meantime, we need bowls.
That's correct.
Right. So go paint some. At the Radisson next to the McAllen Airport. Radisson next to the McAllen Airport, 11 a.m. on Saturday. $10 per person. Bring the kids. It sounds like a wonderful family activity. And you're going to have plenty of these art
paint parties. Yes, we're going to have parties. We have to have them because we need the molds. So again, we suggest people to follow our Facebook page, and we're going to have all the different paint parties that are coming up.
Libby, be well. Thanks for checking in with us. We'll talk to you soon.
Sergio. We'll see you later.
Libby Saenz, CEO of the Rio Grande Valley Food Bank.